All right, now to give us more perspective in this, we're joined in this broadcast by Mr. Terry Milewski, who is a journalist and also author of Blood for Blood, 50 Years of Global Khalistan Project. Mr. Milewski, thank you very much indeed for joining us on this broadcast. Now, what is happening between the United States and Canada is baffling to say the least. The American president has repeatedly called Canada the 51st state of the United States of America. He's referred to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as Governor Trudeau over and over again. How is this resonating within the people of Canada?
Well, it's surprising and it's interesting that Canadians who have a reputation, as you well know, of being very polite and deferential and eager to get along with everybody, is showing some spine. There's a sort of national rally round the flag spirit, and people are happily deciding that they will no longer buy American booze or any other American product. The Premier of Ontario, Canada's largest province, as you know, has just announced that he's cancelling. He's just cancelling, wiping out a $100 million contract with Elon Musk's company for internet services, Starlink. So Canada is showing some fight here. Whether they can win such a fight against such a powerful enemy is an interesting debate, and perhaps we will debate that. But at the moment, it's pretty clear that Justin Trudeau, despite the fact that he has already announced that he is moving on, that he is resigning as Prime Minister, and that will be soon replaced by another Liberal who will have to call an election, despite all of that political uncertainty, there does seem to be a great deal of certainty on the Canadian side that we will fight come what may, and that provinces that were previously in disagreement with each other are fighting together on Team Canada, as they call it, that they are going to condemn and oppose and resist every step of the way, no matter what Trump does. And they're gambling. It's a big gamble, I grant you. They're gambling that the Americans will feel the pain and back down.
But the Americans are already feeling the pain because the trade deficit for the Americans has again gone up for the month of January. This is the latest that has come in. Now, Donald Trump says that his reasoning as to why he wants to slap these tariffs on Canada is because of the smuggling of fentanyl. But people who are in the know say that the amount of fentanyl that is being smuggled in from Canada into the United States is very, very little compared to Mexico. With that being the case, what do you think is prompting Donald Trump to slap these tariffs and starting this tariff war with Canada?
Well, you're right to point out that it's certainly not the reason that he gives. The reason they give is because, and I'm quoting now from one of the reports of the angry phone call yesterday between the president and the prime minister, where the Americans are alleged to have said, or J.D. Vance, the vice president, is alleged to have said, Canada is killing Americans because of not doing anything about the fentanyl trade crossing the border. Well, the American administration, Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance, are gambling that Americans don't follow the news, don't care about Canada, don't understand this whole dispute. And, well, the president and the administration all say that Canada is allowing a flood of fentanyl across the border. This is absolute baloney. What's happening is that about 1% of the international trade in fentanyl is across the Canada-US border. The current figures are not available. They're usually it takes about a year to gather actual data. And at the moment, the absurdity of the American position is made palpable and absolutely clear by the fact that the Americans are asking for up-to-date data to show that Canada has cracked down on the fentanyl trade.
Right.
That data is not currently available. It won't be available for many months to come. So they're asking for imaginary data in order to shore up Canada's claim. This is absolute nonsense, this whole fentanyl business. Canada's not a player in the international fentanyl trade.
Indeed. Now, the United States, Canada traditionally have had very close relationship. It needs to be seen as to how this trade, this relationship progresses in the Trump administration in the United States. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Terry Milewski, for joining us and getting us that perspective there.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.